There was that moment in my life when everything seemed to be crumbling at once. Dreams I held onto for years suddenly felt heavy, like they were asking more from me than I had to give. I remember sitting alone one night, staring at all the unfinished plans, the failures, the disappointments, and I did something I had never done before. I promised myself something, not to anyone else, not to prove the world wrong, not to impress the people who doubted me, but to myself. I promised that I wouldn't quit, no matter how slow it felt, no matter how many times I had to start again, no matter how impossible it looked in that moment. I promised that I would rise each time I fell, even if my knees were trembling. So I started small, one step instead of 20, one task instead of the whole dream, one improvement instead of a perfect result. And slowly, I changed. Not because success suddenly showed up, but because I kept showing up despite failure. I built discipline when motivation faded. I trusted myself even when results didn't arrive. I began to understand, growth doesn't come from winning every time. It comes from choosing not to surrender when losing feels easier. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and one day, I looked back and realized with quiet pride that the person who once felt weak had grown into someone different. Someone stronger, someone wiser, someone who didn't break at the first sign of difficulty. All because of a promise I made, quietly, when no one was watching. Now I know, the real victory is not the achievement, the trophies, or the recognition. The real victory is becoming the person who keeps going. So if you are reading this right now, standing somewhere between doubt and determination, make a promise to yourself. Not to never fail, but to never stop trying. That one promise could change everything, just like it changed me.